That's how you know that your art supplies are having fun. They're being used by everybody. Hi friends, it's Miss Hazel here.
And Miss Kate.
Welcome back to another lesson of funness with us. Mother's Day is coming up. And if you know a mother, or you are a mother, or you want to make something for a mother that you know, we were thinking it'd be fun to make a bouquet of flowers that you painted and created yourself with things that maybe you have around your house. So here we go. That's what we're shooting for, a beautiful flower like that. We're making them with coffee filters. So
Ask permission before you take
ask permission before you take. Or you could go to the dollar store and get a bag of coffee filters. This is one of the things that people donate to us all the time. We have millions of coffee filters, big giant ones and little ones, but today we're going to use this. So your first job is going to be to paint your coffee filters with some kind of paint. And I want to show you a bunch of different things you can do. First, our old friend used up dried markers. I floated a little bit of water in the bottom of these. You're just going to take any marker that's tired and you're going to just put it into the water, and in a few hours or overnight you'll have beautiful watercolor paint. That's one. Also, I put a little bit of water in the bottom of a cup, and I'm going to use food coloring because I don't know. This is one of those things you better ask permission to. So there I've made some green using food coloring. Then this is liquid watercolor, which is kind of fancy. And I'm going to use a little bit of that to get some... Ooh,
you're adding it to water. Right?
I'm adding it to a little bit of water so it's a little bit diluted. You could also use our friend, the watercolor palette, which is super fun. Miss Kate had this one out earlier. It's a little messy, but it gets used. That's how you know that your art supplies are having fun. They're being used by everybody. Those are the possibilities. Also, you might have like these dabbers at your house. So your job then is now you need to do 4 coffee filters if you're using this size. You're just going to color them in any way that seems fun to you. I'm going to do a little blue in the middle. Then I'm using my same brush. Then I'm going to go with some green. Oh, look at that green.
Yeah, the green looks good.
Yeah, super fun. Do the green. I'm not going to put green in with orange because then we know what's going to happen. What are we going to get, Miss Kate?
Brown.
Which is a really fun color. But oh, look at that.
Oh, this that orange turned out great.
I know, it's a good way to use your old markers.
Because there's really a lot of ink in them. They just get dried.
They get dried because our friends forget to put their hats back on. So that's orange. Then look at dotty marker. You can just dotty, dotty, dotty. Look at that. So really doesn't matter what your coffee filters look like. So whatever you have at home, you're going to make 4 like that. Okay?
And you have to let them dry.
Yeah, then you have to let them dry. So now I'm going to just move this over here. I'm going to bring some...
Oh, and I noticed that you covered your workstation.
Oh yes, please cover your workstation so yourself and your people won't have a big fat mess to clean up. So I'm just going to put this over here to dry, and then like magic, my friend Evelyn at Maya Lynn helped me make these. This one we also scribbled on with a marker and then we painted over it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I have 4. It doesn't really matter that it has a hole. Now you're going to construct your flower. You're going to need 4 coffee filters. You're going to need a pipe cleaner. And we're going to put the center, we're going to make it with a little center. And so I went into our scrap paper bin and I found some interesting things. I think you need it to be a little thicker than a sheet of regular paper. Like this one is made on watercolor paper. These are construction papers. And then, oh, some scissors. So first thing I'm going to do is just eyeball a small circle. That's going to be the center of my flower. Okay, there you go. Center of my flower. Then I'm going to take my 4. You can see how kind of pretty they are. And I think maybe I'll go with the dark blue on the outside. Think about my color palette. And then I'm going to have purple. And then I'm going to go with the center being kind of orangey. Then I'm going to take my center, okay? I've got them all together. And then I am going to, today, I'm going to use a sharp pencil to poke a hole. You could try to do this yourself, or you could get some help. But you could do it. It's kind of simple. Just take your, oops, except you need to be a little more gentle than that. Let's try again.
Okay, new circle.
New circle from some painted paper.
But that was good that people can see that.
Yeah, be careful. or make sure or have your pencil be a little sharper. So I'm just going to gently poke a couple holes, because then I'm going to put the pipe cleaner through it, and it'd be too hard to poke the pipe cleaner through the paper. Then I'm going to line up my filters. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to poke 2 holes in the center, or the center-ish. Again, it's not an exact science. You're just having some fun. Now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to thread it through the hole, and I'm going to poke it through one of the 2 holes that I did. I may have to go one at a time. 1, 2. I tried to twist it up a different way, but the flowers kept falling apart. So then I thought, I'm going to try it this way. So I've got one in this way. Then I'm going to go in with the other end and find the pokey hole that I poked with my pencil. Okay, looks like I'm there we go, there it is. And through the holes I poked here. You can use the edges of a scissors. You could get a grown-up to help you. We also have our fancy tool called an awl, which is like a pokey tool. You can use that. 2, 3, there's 3, 4. Okay, then I'm gently going to pull it through so I have a longer stem. Check it out. Okay, so it looks like that. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to twist it. This way I know my flower will not fall apart. And then is going to be the fun part. I'm going to sort of crunch it up and sort of twist it. Twisty, twisty, crunchy, crunchy. And then I'm going to separate it out. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that, Miss Kate.
It's very nice.
I like the colors. So you could be deliberate about your color scheme, using lighter and darker to the middle. Kind of that's what I was here on this one. I kind of stayed in the same color family. But it doesn't really matter. And then you're just going to crunchy, crunch, 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 and check it out. And inside there's a little center. But now you've made a flower. Now I've made 2. And then you could, make a bouquet.
Or we could also use a jar and make a vase for it.
You could use a jar. And make a vase. Oh, look at that with the colored water in the bottom. So there you have it. A fun way to make some flowers with coffee filters and things that you have around your house.
And a really nice gift.
Right? And they're pretty sturdy. Like they're really, I don't know, I just think they're really beautiful.
Oh, they'd be really great on top of a gift.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, I love that. And again, we have millions of coffee filters, so if you're one of our friends, look forward to getting a flower on one of your gifts soon. Thanks for joining us. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and take good care. Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody.